What's up YouTube, Saf here on Super Saf TV, and in this video we're going to be comparing the key differences between the Samsung Galaxy Note 5 to the Samsung Galaxy Note 4. Now, a few of you have asked me for this video. We had the Samsung Galaxy Note 5 announcement today, and it's quite a bit different to the Samsung Galaxy Note 4. What are those key differences? Well, let's find out. So initially, looking at the screens, you've got the same screens, 5.7 inches on both here. QuadHD, so that's 2560 by 1440, roughly about 518 ppi pixel density. So both great displays here. Now the Note 4, I would rate it as the best display of 2014. So this can only be a good thing with the Note 5, considering that the S6 also has an awesome display. What is interesting, however, is that although both these devices have the same size screens, the Note 5 is actually smaller all around. They've really decreased the size of those bezels. So it's 0.3 millimeters smaller in terms of the height, 2.5 millimeters smaller in terms of the width, and it's also 0.9 millimeters thinner. So a huge difference here in terms of the size. When you're considering this size device, I'm talking, those bezels have been really minimized, and you've got a huge display but in a more comfortable size, and that comfortability goes further as well. It's also 5 grams lighter. Not a huge difference here, but the build has changed now as well. With the Note 4, you've got a metal frame with a plastic soft touch back. Now this was pretty good in my opinion because it did give you some more grip. Now some may argue that it's not as premium as it could be, but with the Note 5 you have a full premium body. So you've got metal frame with Gorilla Glass panels on the front and the back. Now what's interesting here is that the back panel is actually curved slightly, so you've got edges on both sides. That's going to make it even more comfortable to hold in one hand at that larger screen size. Now that's great to see. One thing you are going to have with the glass panels is the fact that it's going to be a little bit slippery in the hand, and that's something that I found a lot with the S6, and it's also going to attract fingerprints. These are issues that you're not going to have with the Note 4 because you've got more grip and you're not going to be having the fingerprint issue either. Now in terms of the internals, there's been some improvements here as well. With the Note 4 you have the Snapdragon 805 processor. It's a quad-core processor, and it was pretty fast and smooth, but this has been now improved, and you've got Samsung's Exynos processor, and that is octa-core as well, and it's also a lot smaller, so it's a lot more smaller, more efficient compared to the one that you have here in the Note 4. And you've also got an increase in RAM here, so you've got 4 gigabytes of RAM versus 3 gigabytes of RAM, DDR3 versus DDR4. So in terms of improvements, generally overall, you do have more improvements here on the Note 5, and it's going to be a more faster, more smooth device. In terms of storage options, you've only got 32 gigabytes here on the Note 4. On the Note 5, you have 32 or 64 gigabyte options. It's also got Universal Storage 2.0. Now what this means is it's a lot faster than your standard storage that you have on the Note 4. So it is going to be overall more faster and more easier to access those files. Now one advantage that the Note 4 does have is that removable back, which gives you access to expandable memory. So you can expand the memory by up to 128 gigabytes. So you're going to be able to more than double the storage that you have on the Note 5, even if you did go for the larger version. So this is something that Samsung have removed, so you don't have any expandable storage on the Note 5. I know that's going to be disappointing for a lot of Samsung fans out there who generally like that expandable storage. Now Samsung is saying that the reason why they don't include this is firstly because of the build, and also because of that Universal Flash Storage 2.0. It's supposed to be much faster compared to if you're going to be writing on an SD card, which is never going to be as fast as writing to the device itself. But that's arguable, and I will leave that for you guys to decide what you think is better. Now in terms of the cameras, both of these have 16 megapixels with optical image stabilization. Note 4 was one of the best cameras of 2014. The S6 has been one of the best cameras of 2015, and these are the improvements that you're going to be also seeing on the Note 5 because it has the same camera as the Samsung Galaxy S6. So you can expect some great quality images with lots of detail. And what's great is you've also got quick launch. So if you double tap the home button, in 0.6 seconds you are going to be able to activate the camera, and this is a hugely useful feature in my opinion. On the Note 4 it's going to take roughly about 1.1 seconds for you to launch the camera, so it's not going to be as fast or as smooth as the Note 5. Now in terms of video, you've got 4K on both here, but with the Note 5 what they've introduced is what they call VDIS. So this is a software stabilization as well as the optical image stabilization, which really gives you more smooth video. So this is a nice improvement that we've seen here. You've also got live broadcasting, so you can broadcast straight from the camera to YouTube, and this is going to do it in 1080p as well. So that's once again nice to see. I'm not sure what the impact of that will be, considering we've got lots of popular streaming apps like Periscope. By the way, you should go ahead and follow me on Periscope. I'm at SuperSaf. In terms of front-facing cameras, you've got 3.7 megapixels on the Note 4. On the Note 5, you've got 5 megapixels. So this is once again the same as the Samsung Galaxy S6. Wide angle, so you're going to be able to really get those group selfies, or Wi-Fi's as they call them. And it is been quite consistent on the Samsung Galaxy S6. So it's nice to see this also in the Note 4. We've not had an improvement, but if you want to go into that, then you can watch my other video. Now, both of these have Android Lollipop, but you're going to be getting a slightly newer version on the Samsung Galaxy Note 5. It will be the latest version, and you may be getting an update to the Note 4 later on, but you know how Samsung are with their updates, because you do have TouchWiz on top. So you've got a newer and improved version of TouchWiz on the Samsung Galaxy Note 5, so that is going to be beneficial. Now, in terms of the additional features that both of these devices offer, firstly, you've got fingerprint scanner on both, but they are miles apart. They're completely different. With the Note 4, it was not too great. You had to swipe in order to be able to unlock the device, so you know it didn't really work that well. Whereas with the Samsung Galaxy Note 5, it's got the same fingerprint scanner that you've got on the Samsung Galaxy S6, which works great because it's just a touch fingerprint scanner. It's also going to be integrated with Samsung Pay, which is going to be launching worldwide soon. So it's going to be starting in the US next month, and then it's going to be rolling out later on after that. So you're going to have much more capabilities of making payments and things with the Note 5 compared to the Note 4. Now, both of these devices also have an S Pen, but with the Note 5, you've got some improvements. Firstly, you've got a clicking mechanism, so this is going to be a little bit more smoother to use. You can also do things like just take notes without unlocking your device, so just straight away there and then. So it's really quick to be able to do that. You've also got what they call scroll capture, and this is going to let you capture web pages and things in longer formats basically. So rather than just your screen and being limited to that and maybe having to take multiple screenshots, you're going to be able to screenshot the whole thing. So this should be very useful. In terms of LTE connectivity as well, you've got Cat 9 here on the Samsung Galaxy Note 5. So this is going to give you much faster speeds when they're supported. I'm not sure Cat 9 is out as yet, but when it is out, that should be good. With the Note 4, you've got a back-facing speaker and it's only 1 watt, whereas on the Samsung Galaxy Note 5 now, you've got a 1.2 watt speaker and it's bottom facing, so it is going to be a little bit better and a little bit more immersive. I mean, front facing would have been ideal, but that's not the case here, but it is still better than a back facing speaker. One feature that they've actually removed on the Note 5 is the IR blaster. So you've got an IR blaster on the Note 4. This is not available anymore on the Note 5. Now, the batteries, the Note 4 has a 3220 milliamp battery. This is removable, and you do have fast charging supported. So adaptive fast charging is supported here on the Note 4. On the Note 5, you have a 3000 milliamp battery, so a smaller battery, and it is not removable. So this is going to be once again disappointing to a lot of people, that you're not going to be able to carry around a spare battery or anything like that. You are going to be limited because the battery is fixed inside the Samsung Galaxy Note 5. You also have fast charging here, but you've got wireless charging, and it's also fast wireless charging. So you are going to be able to get faster speeds than normal. Now, it's not going to be faster than quick charging when you're wired, but it is still going to be significantly faster than your standard charging. With the Note 4, you have to get a special back plate, so you have to get a back cover in order to be able to enable wireless charging, but it doesn't have fast wireless charging. So these are a few improvements here on the Samsung Galaxy Note 5. In terms of pricing, because the Note 4 has been out for just about a year now, you can pick it up for roughly about £400 here in the UK off contract, around about $500 give or take in the US. So a decent price for a very nice phone. With the Samsung Galaxy Note 5, it's going to be releasing on the 21st of August, so next week, but only in US and Canada. You can expect a contract free price of roughly about $700. Now, this is the big bummer, the fact that they've only announced US and Canada availability. They've not actually gone on to say that this is going to be releasing in other markets. They've not specified which markets this is going to be releasing to. I'm here in the UK, and I'm apparently not going to be able to get the Note 5, at least not soon anyway, but I will be getting it shipped over, hopefully, to bring a review on the channel. If you do want to see that first, then make sure you have subscribed. What do you think of the differences between the Note 5 and the Note 4? Drop me a comment below and let me know your thoughts. It's interesting because there's a lot of these features that have been removed now, things that the Note was known for, such as removable storage and a bigger removable battery as well. So this will be interesting to see. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, then please do hit that thumbs up button for me. It really does help me out. You can also see my previous related video here somewhere. Thanks for watching. This is Saf on Super Saf TV. I'll see you next time.